when we send investigations to the bureaus, they contact and they don't get a response because it's discharged, it's done with. So we can remove some of those bankruptcy items too. Now there's other laws. If I happen to go after foreclosure or short sale and a bank doesn't respond, doesn't mean you go purchase again. I mean, I'm not here to break the law. I'm just saying it's going to raise your FICO scores if they don't respond and it comes up. But I want to make that clear. I'm not here to, say, oh yeah, you can purchase again. And this is your department. I think it's 4 years or 5 years, 3 years, whatever they're trying to do here with bankruptcies and everything. If they don't respond, it comes off and your score is going to go up. Might help you get a better interest rate on a credit card or maybe a car or something like that. But why they respond or why they don't respond, I have no idea. We're just kind of the paper pushers that say, hey, we know how to investigate correctly and see what happens, see what's true and accurate. And if they respond and verify, can we tack again? Yeah. We can go after and ask a different question the next month, and they have to respond to that question. So, detrimental errors we can remove by the flat-out errors you see on these credit reports. Non-verifiable evidence is companies that really do not verify because there may not be in existence. And the time to respond is 30 days. Unless you go to the bureau site directly. If you go to the bureau site directly, you waive your right to that 30-day time period, and they tack on another 50% more time. It's usually 45 days. The 3 credit bureaus, they formed a joint company called annualcreditreport.com, and they give you a credit report. And if you want to dispute online, you just give them more time to contact the creditors to see what's true and accurate. It's going to take that much longer to get things verified or corrected if they're erroneous. That's all.
So you're recommending that we don't do it online?
Well, you just give them more time. If you do it on more time, more things are going to come back verified, or it's going to take longer if you're trying to get the file done in those 30
Right,
days.
if we're trying to close something in 30 days, then you would suggest not to do it online because it just gives them...
I'm not a big fan of contacting the bureaus. And your client should never talk to the bureaus anyway, because they're going to try to maybe entrap you to say, hey, did you pay this item? Client, because a lot of times when you pull a credit report, that company that you paid, let's use DirecTV again, if you paid DirecTV, a lot of times DirecTV doesn't send that information to the bureaus that you paid it. So it still shows unpaid on your credit report, but you paid it, say, 2 weeks ago. Well, if you contact the bureaus to correct it, they're going to say, well, do you have anything in writing that you've paid it? And of course you could say, yeah, here's my here's my check that the bank cashed for DirecTV. So you submit that to the bureaus update your file. What happens?
Score goes down.
Score goes down because you just showed that you paid that collection. So if your client comes to me and says, can you remove this? And I'm thinking, well, we can go after it. It's already been paid, so I'm guessing maybe the company's not going to respond because they have their money now. So I send a letter to the bureaus, and the bureau says, oh yes, we can verify it because your client actually just sent us a letter last week saying that he did pay it, and here is his social, here is his date of birth. So the guy actually admitted that he paid it, so the bureaus mark it as verified, and it's going to stay on there. So if you get, there's a lot of rules and regulations at the bureau level. If you dispute too many items in a given month period, the credit bureaus can chalk it up as being frivolous. You're trying to dispute here. So there's a lot of things, that strategy techniques that we attack the credit bureaus with. So we want to be the avenue for your clients. We feel we're very affordable.